It's the Bealles.
And we're going to talk about our fall favorites. Hey everybody, it's the Bealles. I'm Amanda.
I'm Rick.
And we're talking about our fall favorites today. We were trying to figure out what to talk about, and we've been like super into fall. Like today I am wearing my blouse that I got at Goodwill for $1.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been waiting to wear it because it's long sleeve and it's got like these cute fall colors. And so I'm like, it's fall time. So.
And she picked this out for me.
Yes, I did. It coordinated.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you're married 12
I was
years.
wearing my gray zip-up thing, and that wasn't video worthy.
The hoodie does not go on camera. So anyway, we're talking about fall favorites, and this was actually Rick's idea. He made the list of things that are like our fall things.
I was inspired.
That we're going to talk about. Number 1.
Favorite, and this is kind of this is an easy one to start because a lot of people do this kind of deal. Favorite fall, easy, right? Favorite fall drink.
Well, I like hot tea, personally, because I don't do coffee anymore. Like, some people really like the pumpkin spice deal.
That's right, you don't.
I don't do pumpkin spice,
Yeah.
and I don't even really do hot cocoa anymore. I do like some herbal teas. So that's become my favorite. That's I guess maybe that's like a sign of getting older. Like, I'm into the herbal teas now. But I do. I mean, I like the warm teas. I like it with some honey and some lemon, and it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a fall drink, but that's you don't really have it in the summer because it's warm. So this is a good time to have it.
I'm going back in my memory to the time that you did drink coffee.
Yeah.
There was an Amanda somewhere back in the past who drank coffee. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you drink it now. I know you don't.
Okay.
But there was a time that I would say I want a coffee, and you would go, oh, okay, I'll get one too. And in the fall,
yeah,
you would get.
My favorite was gingerbread.
Exactly.
I would wait till November and get the gingerbread.
And that was a local thing down here.
Well, they have it at Starbucks too. They don't have it until November.
Okay.
But yeah.
But I don't think I've ever gotten one of those drinks on my own. I don't think I've ever said, get me a pumpkin spice or get me a gingerbread kind of thing. But see, what I would do is I would always do a no. I would sip hers. I would get my regular cup of black coffee, which is my staple. And then just for fun, because it's fall and wow, look at Richard be fun, I would reach over the cup holder there, and I'd grab an old sip of yours.
That's your fun.
And I'd be like, oh, Richard's enjoying fall, and I'd put it back in the cup holder.
So what's your favorite drink? The ones you steal from me? Is that?
Oh yeah.
Was that your answer?
All of that was a ramble.
No doubt.
Building up for the actual favorite drink.
What is it?
The favorite drink is actually more of a Christmas thing, but because we live in America, everything comes out months early. Eggnog.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can kind of see how that's a fall drink for you.
I'm
Because
an
as soon as
eggnog
the weather changes, you get to have it.
Now, I will admit, too much sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Not a healthy deal.
No.
And of course, I do the non-alcoholic and all that kind of stuff. I'm just talking right out of the dairy case, a big, thick glass of eggnog. And you should have a little glass. And since I'm the only one that really drinks it, Brianna likes to once in a while, but usually it's just me. I drink it right out of the carton. I break all rules and I just drink it right out. And it's absolutely delicious. It's like liquid candy. Love the nog. Favorite fall snack?
Well, you better answer yours because I got to think about that one. Well, I really don't. Nope, I'm going to answer mine. Pumpkin pie. You know I love pumpkin pie.
You do.
There's no question about that.
And just to be specific, it's her homemade pumpkin pie.
Yeah. I never buy store-bought. No, gross.
Now, everything that she hates about store-bought pumpkin pie is the stuff that I love about it. She hates the
I cut the sugar.
She hates the sugar, that sweet, kick you in the teeth kind of sweet, and frankly, that's what I crave. But I'll tell you this: I've eaten now your homemade pumpkin pie for so long that I actually have developed a taste for that. Where if I eat the store-bought one now, it's such a difference. that I actually would rather have yours.
Thank you.
So you won me over to that side.
Because
actually,
it's good. We'll have it for breakfast.
I have 3 for mine.
3, wow.
But I won't talk about them long. But I will say my 3 are boom, 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 right?
Okay.
Number 1, my favorite fall snack.
Okay.
That maybe you can get year round, but it's a fall thing to me because it feels like Thanksgiving and everything. Mm-hmm. Pecan pie.
Yes.
Pecan pie.
Okay.
Okay, number 1.
Yes.
Number 2, and we talked about it a video or 2 ago when we were a couple. The date video would be the apple cider donut.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Number 2, and then number 3. I can't leave it off the list since we just talked about it. Your pumpkin pie.
It's on your list?
Yeah, I actually like it a lot. With black cup of coffee and everything, it's delicious. Delicious. Okay. All right, number 3. Favorite fall things.
Okay.
We've talked about the snack. We've talked about the drink.
Yeah.
Let's go big. The total meal. Favorite fall meal or food, but like main dish.
Okay, you talk about yours because I'm going to think about it.
Okay. I have 3 on mine.
Okay.
Okay, what was my order? All right, number 1, favorite fall dish. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be the day of, but it's this time of the year you start to get a real taste for it, okay? Mm-hmm. It's the Thanksgiving type foods.
Okay.
Turkeys and stuffing with the homemade mashed potatoes and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even a big fan of cranberry sauce, but for some reason on Thanksgiving or around that time, I want it. Mm-hmm. Usually it's just a mouthful, just to say I did it. And then I'm good for another year. Mm-hmm. But it's this time of the year I just want all those kinds of things. That's really my favorite. I don't usually crave turkey throughout the year, but something when the air changes and everything, all of a sudden I want the big bird, you know? And I want Thanksgiving. And number 2, mm-hmm. and you've won me over, and I'm not doing just a blatant plug here, but anything in a crock pot. It's not a plug for Croctober, but
no,
I'm
but
telling
he's
you.
really enjoying it right now just because he's getting the crock pot meals. So it's like, I really like those crock pot meals.
And I'm going to jump over to things that I like in the crock pot. That would be my number 3 because crock pot's general. But what I'm saying is this time of the year, I really like more of the stews and the soup things. Mm-hmm. Okay? I like the more it's cold outside kind of food and something like that. Yeah. In July, mm-hmm. I don't really crave soup. I mean, some people like it, but I don't really crave it. But as soon as it gets to be about fall, give me something give me a beef stew kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff I like.
Well, I would say I definitely like soups without question, but if
You're
I had
a soup
to pick,
girl.
Yeah, I love soup. I love it year round.
Mm-hmm.
But in the fall, I like chili a lot, and I make pumpkin chili year round. But I like chili a lot in the fall, and then I probably would also add to that some of the bean soups that we make.
Yeah.
Like I love maybe a ham and bean soup, or
that's delicious.
Even like a pasta fagioli or anything.
Delicious.
For whatever reason, it just feels ultra good and filling in the fall. So.
I like that. I even like the chili thing. Favorite clothing in the fall. Your clothes have to change because it's not hot anymore. Mm-hmm. Favorite clothing.
I don't know if you consider it clothes, but boots.
Boots.
If you don't know me,
she gets boots every year. New pair of boots. I love boots.
And I could wear them all year round.
Yeah.
In fact, when I was a child, my nickname was Boots. My mom used to call me Boots. It's absolutely true. I love boots, and I'm getting a new pair. I love my cowgirl boots in particular, so I'll wear them till they die. Mm-hmm. And the pair that I've had for the last few years died last year. I wore them till they just died.
Frugal.
So
Frugal.
I get to get a new pair this year.
You just don't waste anything.
There is going to be a new pair of cowgirl boots this year, so I'm waiting on it, but that's what I wait. In the fall, because in the summer, I wear the flip-flops.
Oh, flip-flops.
He hates flip-flops, but I wear them anyway.
If you love flip-flops, I'm not being rude or mean. I'm just not a flip-flop kind of guy. The flip-flop. You can hear it when you walk.
They're practical. I love boots. So it's the transition. Flip-flops, boots. That's your choices.
Boots. You know
boots
what?
Are my fault.
If I had given it any thought, I probably could have guessed yours would be boots.
You would have.
I really, but I wasn't thinking of yours because I was too busy thinking of mine. Sorry. My favorite clothing. Mm-hmm. It's really easy. It's very general, but it's something that you wear around this time of the year. It's just a light jacket. Mm. Okay? Yeah, I mean,
a jacket, man.
We're in North Carolina.
Some people like flannel, but you gotta have a jacket.
Hot, sticky summers, hard. But the time you get to this time of the year, the nights are cooler, the mornings are cooler, and it is sometimes very appropriate to wear a jacket. And it's just something about that. It just like, wow, we're entering a new phase, a new era of the year. And I like the jacket. I like the jacket. Very plain, but very true.
It's true, though. I mean, you have probably 10 in your closet that you rotate through.
I'm a jacket collector.
He is. He really is. And every year he's like, I need a new jacket. I'm like, you've got like 20 of them.
Yeah, I want a new one, but don't get rid of the others.
Yeah. Because the one he bought last year for work has now become his fancy jacket.
My fancy jacket.
So now I need a new
I've
work
never
jacket.
called it the fancy jacket.
No, but it's like the one he'll wear like when we go out. So I call it fancy.
Well, you know, you get something that you think it's going to be something that you work in or something that you don't really want to wear, and all of a sudden you wear it and it's like, I don't want to mess this up. So then you back to square one. You got to find something else. Favorite activity?
Apple orchard.
Good one.
Yeah, we do it every fall, and I really like it. It's my favorite. And I don't even know why I like it, to be honest with you. I always like it in theory. But then when we're actually there and climbing the mountain, I'm thinking, why do I like this? But when I have the apples and I have you know what it used to be, not just I think what it was we used to pick the apples. And when I was in my homeschool group, there were a bunch of ladies, and we would get together and we would make apple pie filling and applesauce and apple jelly. And I used to love doing that. And then we haven't done it in years. But so in my mind, the whole experience goes together. And so I would always wait for it. Plus, the donuts. But so it's not, and plus we had kids and we would go on like hay rides. And I guess it's not as much fun anymore. We got to find another fall activity, but.
Oh, minus the kids.
Yeah.
Favorite activity? Putting my lawnmower away for the year. Putting up the lawnmower. My torment, the grass, is done. I can't wait. As soon as the grass starts to turn that brownish color, some people get sad, but I get giddy. I get excited. I know when it starts to die, there's something in me that starts to live. You know? Because I'm just not one of these guys that like to get out there and do. I'll do it, but I don't enjoy it. I have a brother-in-law. He loves to cut grass and do all the things, fertilizer and all that stuff. And I want to be one of those kind of... In North Carolina, it seems like every day of the week, somebody's cutting their grass.
Yeah, people keep their lawns nice.
And it shows. I wish I could be that guy.
Wish you could too.
20 years you've been with me, 20 plus years. I've yet to be him.
Yeah.
I aspire, but I haven't gotten there yet. But I will admit, honestly, I love putting that lawnmower away. Favorite memory? Favorite fall memory?
How far back are we talking?
Birth.
I got a couple.
You can go way before you met me.
When I was a kid, we lived near a naval base. And growing up, I lived near a naval base. And on that base, they would have an Oktoberfest. And I think that's what they called it. But it was some kind of fall festival that they would have at the end of the year. And so we would go and you would just... at the time, things were different. The civilian people could get on the bases and... it wasn't as stressful as it is now. It's checkpoints and all kinds of craziness.
Right.
But it was nicer then. So we could go on the base and participate in all the activities, and they would have contests and all. They had all kinds of fun things. It was a good time. When I was probably 8 years old, my family took a vacation to Gettysburg in the fall, and near there, I don't even know where, they had some kind of apple festival. And we stayed in this cabin with a friend, friend's family, and there was a big pier where we went fishing. We were on a lake. And so that was a really great fall memory. And then a more recent one is our church here in North Carolina had like a little fall festival at one of the church members' houses.
Oh, that was fun.
And they had a bonfire and hay rides.
That was
and
fun.
The hay ride broke down at one point, and that was craziness. And They had a cakewalk, and there was just all kinds of things that they did. So that was a lot of fun too. So those are my 3. A lot of good fall memories.
Grew up in Maryland.
Yes.
Fall meant something in Maryland.
Well,
the weather got cooler.
yes, it did. It was cool.
Okay, so one of my memories that I enjoyed back then was turning on the heat in the house, because it cuts on. You remember, it's just a difference when you go from air conditioning to the heat. It's like, wow, it's different now. Well, in North Carolina, in all honesty, we use AC almost up to Christmas.
Yeah.
But I do remember cooler falls. Yeah, that's my memory.
Wow.
Also, can I say, never mind. Football.
I figured that would be on your list.
I don't really watch football too much anymore. I really don't. But when I was younger, teenager years and all that kind of stuff, it was really something exciting. And I would wait all year for football to begin. And it was just something with the leaves changing and the cooler air and football and then all the different kinds of foods and everything. It was my favorite time of the year. It could be a list of 1,000 things. We're going to cut it down to just 2 more things. Okay? Favorite fall thing, favorite miscellaneous thing. So just something.
Just random fall things.
Something about fall that doesn't necessarily need to go on a list, but there's something. It could be very small. It could be something random, something quirky, something that no one else really thinks about, but you like it.
Well, I don't think it's random or quirky, but I like fall decor.
Well, I like that. Yeah,
I'm a woman, but I like all the colors, and I like it. The patterns, like the flannel, the plaid things that come out in the fall.
Yeah, I agree with
all
that.
The things like that. So I really love that about fall. I actually, for that reason, I feel like fall almost you only get to experience for a short amount of time, and then everybody goes on to Christmas, and you've got the Christmas colors and all of that. But the fall colors I think are beautiful, and I wish we could enjoy that longer.
I'm not trying to steal yours, but I actually like that myself.
Was that what you picked?
No, you added it to my list.
Okay.
I actually like it when it gets to the point where it begins to get darker and darker earlier at night. I actually like that. Quirky maybe, because a lot of people like more daylight. I will be honest with you. In the summertime, when the days get longer, it is kind of neat.
I like it.
When it's like 9 o'clock at night and it's still light outside, it's like, wow, this is pretty awesome.
I love the summer.
But listen, this is inside your husband here. As the days grow shorter and it gets darker earlier, there's just something about it that kind of reminds me of, I guess, being a kid when my dad would come home right when it got dark. And he would turn the heat up, because he was always doing that. Maybe that's why I like the heat. It's what my dad always used to do. He'd sweat my mom out of the house, and he'd turn the heat way up, and it just felt very homey. And even now, I'm 41 years old, and it's still when it gets dark earlier and you can turn the heat on and everything, there's just something about it that seems homey. Yes, I like the summer. Yes, I like long days, but it gets to a point where I think, been there, done that. I've had my fill. I kind of like these short days where it gets darker and the food is different and everything. It just feels like I said, homey. I like that. This is my last one.
Okay.
My last favorite fall thing, and it's a little different.
Okay.
I try to do something a little different than just the normal favorite drink, favorite activity, favorite this. I was trying to think of something like this. And I don't know exactly what to call it, but it's kind of like this. Your favorite fall thing that you still, listen, this is the thing. Your favorite fall thing that you still have not experienced, or you haven't done, or you haven't had. But the people that you know have, and you haven't experienced it, but you still want to. And maybe fall goes by and you haven't done it. And then the next year, fall goes by and you still haven't done it. And then a couple years go by and you still haven't done it. But you got it on your little mental list that one day you want to do that during the fall. Do you have anything that people like to do during the fall that you haven't done, but it's on your list? Like, that's my favorite thing that I haven't done.
I got got something. Although we've kind of only done it once.
Once.
But I wish we did it more.
Okay.
Yard
What's
work.
That? Yard work.
The opposite of what you like. It was one
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about because I told him one time when we bought this house.
Yeah.
The yard was really messy because the house had sat for a while.
Yeah. It was when we first moved in here the fall that we had we moved in here, I guess.
May.
Yeah. And then we took care of the inside of the house for a while, but then all of a sudden on a fall day, back when we had the truck.
Yeah.
You wound me up like a clock. And we went out and tackled the yard stuff.
Oh, it was beautiful. Like, we raked everything. There was trash around the edges of the yard. We got all that up.
Oh, she was tough that day.
It was beautiful. We organized everything. Oh, it looked so good.
You were motivated.
I wish.
You had me going. She had a whistle. No, she didn't have a whistle.
I would love, I'm looking at my yard right now, thinking of the many projects.
Oh, you want to do it again?
I would love to get done. And
that was a full day of work. A full day of work.
But the yard looks so nice. And I really, really, really think that it would be good for you and I to spend more time outdoors.
Yeah.
And we never do.
Well, that's always a good thing. I know.
We never do.
I know.
So something I
favorite
wish we would do.
Fall thing that we haven't done.
Yeah.
Or don't do often.
Yard work.
Awesome. Very good.
Because I love being outside.
Well, mine's actually an outside thing.
Yeah.
I have never done. It's going to make me sound like I'm 12 years old. I'm 41. I'm almost ashamed to say it. But I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it.
I have never done a corn maze.
I never did one until a couple of years ago.
I've always, for some reason, wanted to do. I don't want to do a haunted house or anything like that, but a corn maze always seemed kind of exciting.
That's funny because you grew up on a farm and you were surrounded by cornfields. Because I remember when we used to drive to your house and there'd be corn everywhere.
Well, let me ask you a question. Many times as a kid, I would run through the corn.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I would sometimes hide in the corn, and a bad kid. I'd hear my parents call me, and I'd stay, naughty. I know, but I would sometimes, you could build a little fort in the middle of the cornfield and everything, and so perhaps if you think that counts, maybe I have done.
No, it's not the same as a corn maze, but
that
might be why you like it.
Here's why I say it's my favorite thing that I've never done, because I still don't know if I'll ever do it, because I suggested doing one weeks ago, and so far. She has brought it up a couple times that, hey, we could do that. Hey, we could do that. You want to do that? And every time, what do I say?
Not today.
Not today. That's why it's on the mental list of something I've never done.
Well,
it's
now
something
that you put it out here,
it's something that I think,
I'm gonna have to make a video of it.
Oh, yeah, not today.
Not today. But before the fall is up.
Oh my!
Now you're committed to
me
it.
and a corn maze. What kind of shoes do you wear for a corn maze?
Some athletic ones. Comfortable ones.
But let me ask you a question, because I really don't know the rules of a corn maze. Is it a race?
No.
Because I'm picturing like Amazing Race. Everybody's running. And the first one that gets out of the maze gets like a bag of candy corn.
It depends on how you do it.
So what exactly
your goal would just be to get out. Just
to survive?
Yeah.
Get me out of this maze so I can get my Chick-fil-A.
That's right.
Oh my! But anyway, that's mine. That's mine. Corn maze. Corn maze. Something I've thought about doing before, just for fun. But you know what? It seemed funner way back when we had the small kids. Now it's going to be two 40-year-old people wandering through the corn.
I know how I'm going to get you to go to the corn maze.
Grandkids.
I'm going to say it's your day off. We can either do yard work.
Yard work?
Or the corn maze.
Oh, you think I'll do the scale?
Yeah. I think it's going to end up being the corn maze.
Oh,
anyway.
my. That's my favorite fall things.
I do.
The only honorable mentions that I would mention is things like little things that I like, that I like I'm an early Christmas music guy.
Yeah.
I'm already working on my playlist for this year. Every year I X out my playlist from the year before and I begin a brand new one. And today I began the day with my Nat and my Bing. Nat was singing about his chestnuts on the fire, and old Bing, he still was dreaming of a white Christmas.
Well, this year I The last several years, I've always gone to the Homesteaders of America conference.
Yes.
And this year they couldn't have it in person because of COVID. So this year I was missing that. I was missing going and being around the people and all of that. That is always a lot of fun to be outside for several days.
True.
And
True.
One thing that I would like in the fall that I've never experienced.
Oh, this could go in your list.
A wood stove, which he also hates.
I actually like wood stoves. I talked about things that are homey. I think a wood stove is very homey. I like to go over someone's house that has a wood stove. But I don't desire one myself. Now, if I ever wake up as a resident in Wisconsin,
you're going to have a wood stove.
I'll probably change my point of view. But in North Carolina, it's kind of back and forth, because up in the mountains, maybe wood stove. But here where we live, I'm telling you, last winter, you could get through it. It felt like just a chill in the air.
I still think we're going to get a wood stove.
We probably will, because she's my wife. And I love her.
All right, so those were our favorite fall things. Hope you guys liked the video. If you have anything that you would like Rick and I to chat about, let us know down in the comments, because we would love to have some ideas of things you would like to hear us talk about, and we'll try to make some videos.
Give us something. Give us something, because
we're here every week.
Truth be told, we're married. And we talk all the time. We might as well record it once in a while.
True.
So you just give us some ideas and we'll know what to record.
Okay. So anyway, come back next week. Rick and I will hang out. We'll chat some more. It'll be a good time. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Happy fall.
Bye.